We continue breaking down the state of each and every franchise across Major League Baseball, and today we go with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and as I said in the open, we're going to be breaking down the state of the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise for the 2022 campaign. Now, there's one major acquisition that I want to discuss that they made this offseason, and it's the acquisition of Melancon. I think when you look at what this is a proven closer coming in to solidify the back end of games for the Diamondbacks. How many wins they're actually going to get this season where he's going to be able to come in and make a actual save opportunity, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know that it's going to be very many, but I think that this is a very smart signing for a team like the Diamondbacks that could easily flip him at the deadline if they find themselves faltering. Now, there's a couple of news and notes that I want to make mention of about this team before we get into the state of each department of this franchise. I think that the signing of Ketel Marte's extension, the 5-year, $76 million extension, is an absolutely smart move. I also think that the signing that was recently made of Merrill Kelly's extension of a 2-year, $18 million deal is absolutely a smart move by the Diamondbacks. If they find themselves faltering at the beginning of the 2022 campaign by the trading deadline, they can move these guys because these are not overwhelming and exorbitant contracts. I think there's an opportunity that if the Diamondbacks really get a very good prospect haul back, these guys could absolutely be on the move. One other note to mention is that the Diamondbacks would hire former Astros pitching coach Brett Strom. I think this is really going to help the Diamondbacks pitching staff as a whole, and I have a bold claim to make about them a little bit later on in the video. Now, as we look at the state of the pitching for this team, this is a questionable team, right? There's no doubt about it. I think when you look at what the names that are a part of this franchise are from the pitching staff, there's not a whole lot of notable names. Obviously, Merrill Kelly that we just spoke about, Melancon as well. We would also see them sign Zach Davies and Ian Kennedy this offseason. But when you look at what this franchise is really going to be able to do in terms of their pitching staff, there's a lot to be desired. I think that when you look and try to grade out this franchise's pitching staff, it's a C at best. It's middling to say the best thing of it right now. I think there are going to be opportunities because of Brett Strom. I believe that much in his talent and his ability as a pitching coach, that there are going to be pitchers that come out of the staff a much better player and a much better pitcher in the 2022 campaign than they came into the season with. But I also think that there's going to be an opportunity for a lot of regression when it comes to this team. They're going to be in a very tough division with the Dodgers, Giants, and Padres commanding and pounding pitching staffs all throughout the West Division. But there could be a chance that the Diamondbacks find a way to get the best out of each and every one of their starters thanks to the help of Brett Strom. As we look at the state of the offense, again, to me, this is a middle of the road pack in a grading of a C. I think that the real highlights are obviously going to be Ketel Marte. His ability, his versatility is really going to be what commands a presence in the lineup for the Diamondbacks. I don't know that they're going to have even remotely enough to surround him to make his 2022 season a standout stalwart season. When you look at what this campaign is going to bring for the Diamondbacks, it's going to be a very challenging season with, again, the Dodgers, Giants, and Padres all ahead of them, and even the Rockies, in my opinion, are going to round out the top 4 spots of the National League West Division. I covered that on my NL West predictions video in terms of the rankings of each and every one of these teams for the 2022 campaign. I think there's an opportunity if the offense of the Diamondbacks can use their opponent's momentum against them and their opponents overlooking them against them. This could be a sneaky good franchise in the next couple of seasons. I don't know that they're going to have enough firepower for 2022 to really compete. Now, as we look at the state of the franchise as a whole, again, we find ourselves with a C- grading. I think that there is going to be a lot of question marks as to how this team has been constructed and what the direction of this team really is going to be. I think that if they were to start to tear it down and rebuild, we would have already seen those pieces coming into place. But the fact that they've signed Ketel Marte to an extension, they've signed Merrill Kelly to an extension, they brought in Brett Strom as the pitching coach. These are all things that teams that are about to compete are really starting to do. I don't know that the Diamondbacks are quite necessarily in that window of competition on the win curve, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how it shakes out for the 2022 season and beyond. And my bold prediction for the Arizona Diamondbacks is that thanks to the help of Brett Strom, one of the Diamondbacks starting pitchers will finish in the top 10 of the National League Cy Young Award. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on the Diamondbacks down in the comment section below. If you feel that there's a bright spot for this lineup, a bright spot for the pitching rotation, let me know that down in the comment section below. Find me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19 and we can keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with Dweezibs, the Granite Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around all the way to the end, I want to offer you a promo code on our merchandise shop, baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as I continue to break down the state of each and every franchise, as well as giving you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.